Hello everyone, this is your Prince of Alchemy, and I'm hosting my first ever Q&A live stream for all y'all. Now, how this works is, obviously, you can ask me anything as long as it does not involve personal information and/or controversial topics. Hey, Welch, you made it, yeah! Alright. And we have Perfect Welch for the very first question. Thoughts on his PFP? Looks nice. Yeah, is it Punisher? Because I'm pretty sure that looks like it's something a Punisher logo. Yeah, I called it. We got another one up in here. Now, just for the record, everybody, you can ask me more than one question. How I hope it's going to work is I'll take 1 hour to answer all y'all questions. I'm spending the next 30 minutes to an hour bringing all y'all in. All right, second question. What is your favorite anime of 2019? That's hard to say, really. I have enjoyed Dr. Stone a lot. So much so that I've actually started collecting the manga. And yeah, I like Fire Force too. Simon, I cannot answer that question. He just asked me where I'm from, and I'm afraid I cannot answer that. It does not. It contains some rather personal information, but yeah. But in general, I am an American. Dr. Stone. Oh, crap. Hey, VGL, you made it! Woo! Someone you know? Hang on. I'm doing great, VGL. How about you? I've also let other people on my Twitter know that I'm doing this. Oh, shit. You know, I could just turn on my camera, Simon, just maybe wait. All right, so we got a third question from Vegan number 58. Dr. Stone or Fire Force? Dr. Stone, definitely. The pacing is brisk. I like the art style a lot, and what I really like the most is how it takes conventional shonen tropes and applies it in a very creative fashion. Anyway, I'm about to start the camera. So yeah, this is what I look like. Yeah, don't mind me, I do not look that good. Oh, fourth question. What is your strongest love-hate relationship? Uh, can you clarify that a bit more, Welch? I don't really understand the idea behind that question. Well, I'll just turn off the camera now. Like something you think is bad, but it did a lot of good for you investing it. Oh yeah, yeah. With any entertainment medium in general, I would definitely point to something like Fairy Tale because I actually enjoyed it, and then the time skip happened. Hey, Mac, you made it, bro! You made it! Yeah! Me before the 7 year time skip, I really am. Oh, question from Mechanized Gentleman or Detective. Any games you're looking forward to this year? I have games I'm looking forward to. Well, assuming that it's 100% true, the Super Mario 3D collection is looking pretty lit. Yeah, man. Galaxy One was one of my favorite games ever, and 64 was a game that I enjoyed growing up when I was a child. And to see them being remastered for Switch is really exciting. Assuming that it's true, of course. Worst game for me recently, Dragon Marked for Death. What's that all about? Like, what's it about? Is there like a good ending or best ending? You play as one of the four classes as you do repetitive missions so you can have your revenge on the Divine Family. That sounds pretty dull. Okay, reaching the 12-minute mark. Yeah, final bosses tend to be a pain in the ass if you don't know what you're doing. All right, question from Welch. What is your favorite hard game? I haven't really played a lot of games that are actually hard. I don't know if Pokemon Leaf Green would count because, well, it sort of depends on your starter, but I chose Charmander, who has type disadvantage on the first two gyms, and yeah, I consider Misty to be outright difficult at times because of that. Oh boy, we just had like a fourth view recently, and now we just dropped to three again. Hey, Jay! We got a great question from Mac. Favorite Fire Emblem character and game of all time? Definitely Ike. I love the Tellius games. Definitely. There was a Twitter post somewhere from somebody I've been following, and it said, "I'm surprised that Nintendo hasn't considered doing a remaster of Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn on Switch, considering on how popular he was in Smash Brothers." And I'm like, I would pre-order that in a millisecond, like in a heartbeat. As for favorite Fire Emblem of all time, I would point to either Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn, but I'm leaning towards Path of Radiance in terms of story. What's your most anticipated game? Okay, JJ Wilson asks, what's your most anticipated game for 2020? Other than the Mario collection, I am not too sure. There are rumors that the Telus games are going to be remade. Please let that rumor be true. Please. Please. Oh, we got a question from JJ Wilson. How you liking that avatar I made? You mean the channel banner for Twitter? I love it, dude. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Yeah, for those who don't know, JJ Wilson was behind my Twitter banner. And I'll just show it off, I guess. Prince of Alchemy. Oh, man. Okay, admittedly, I have no fucking clue on how to... Oh, man, so we get an interesting question from Mechanized Detective. What is your ranking for Pokemon for each Pokemon generation? Let's see. Since Platinum is one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time, at least my favorite Pokemon game of all time, I would really point to 4, then 3, then 5, then 6, 2, and then 1. I'm just trying to wait until I finish till I restart and play Sun again from the very beginning before I put 7 and 8 somewhere. Okay, JJ Wilson asks, what's your favorite food during this quarantine period? I can eat just about anything as long as it's delicious. That's all. Also, I posted my Twitter on there because my banner is there. Okay. Okay, I can just share it. Here's what it looks like. Yeah, I'm sorry for the crappy quality. Yeah, so there's my logo there. There's my favorite characters on there. Left to right, there's Edward Elric, Domon Kashu, Asta, Meliodas, Joshi Mamora, aka 009, Lelouch, and Spike. Alright, so Perfect Walsh asks, what is your top 3 gaming genres? I don't really know if I have a third one per se, but I really like RPGs and platformers a bunch. But then again, I think that my admiration for Pokemon, Fire Emblem, Bravely Default, and some Mario and Sonic to a degree have done that. Man, here's a great question. Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh series and monster? 5Ds, definitely. And I would literally point to any of the Signer Dragons. I'm debating, but of course, I once debated which one was cooler, Stars Dragon or Red Dragon Archfiend. And yeah, I actually did watch it in dub and sub, but believe me, the sub is so much better. Yet, now that I think about it, my third video game genre would have to be fighting. Oh man, what is your favorite indie game? I don't really think I've played a lot of indie games, if I'm going to be completely honest. I honestly don't know where to start, if I'm going to be honest. Shooters did outdo RPGs at one point, but the genre got stale, and fighting is almost a runner of RPGs. Well, if I'm going to be honest, the only shooter that I ever found myself invested in at one point was Halo. I mean, if you're 10 years old and you've been exposed to Halo 2, that is like the coolest thing. Oh, here's a question. Are you disappointed like me when Last of Us 2 got delayed? Not really. I've always believed the first one to be a little overrated. Well, it's not really terrible. Yeah, it's not really terrible. It's just that I was never really too huge in how it plays. If you ask me, I would definitely think that Uncharted is like the go-to if you want an actual great Naughty Dog experience. Yeah, that's a pretty good point. Well, then again, the zombie apocalypse wasn't really resolved at the end, so spoilers for those who haven't played The Last of Us. Oh, Kojima. Is Kojima overrated to you? I haven't really touched a game that he was directly involved in. Not even Metal Gear Solid. So the woes of not owning a PlayStation when during childhood. And yes, 4 was my first PlayStation. Oh, here we go. What is your textbook game of a game that you love and hate? Like a love-hate relationship with that game? Oh, like Dream Dragons. I would definitely say I could definitely tell you that Last Story is one of my favorite games of all time. But but there are some certain points, even though that it's very few, that the frame rate drops. And it's only when there's like a multiple enemies on screen, and it is annoying. Well, she did Death Stranding recently. Although how, of course, whether or not it actually counts as a game is honestly up for debate. Because yeah, it's made for a video game console, but it doesn't really function at all like a standard video game, so splitting hairs, I guess. Hoping. Oh, here's an interesting question, actually. Can good gameplay and good story coexist? Well, I did bring up Last Story, and there are games like Xenoblade. I know it's just RPG stuff, but yeah, and all genres can do both good gameplay and good story. But RPGs just do that pretty seamlessly at times. Neo fits the bill. I haven't really touched Neo, so oh, here we go. What 4 characters do you want in Smash's Fighter Pass? Zale, Tiz. Sorry. I don't really think I can think of two more, if I'm gonna be honest. Spider-Man PS4 had a fun game and a fun story. Maybe it does. I need to look into that one day. Yep, Zale from Last Story and Tiz Warrior from Bravely Default. Yeah, all this is like video game related Q&A. It's like, man, I just want to like balance it out. I mean, I play video games and all, but there is anime, manga, and tokusatsu stuff that I'm into. So wait, I heard MK11 might do another DLC pack for characters. Which one would you like to see get in the roster? I don't really play Mortal Kombat, let alone MK11, so I don't really think I have an answer for that. Oh, here we go. Favorite and least favorite anime. Man, I have like 10 of them, but I would definitely point to definitely Mobile Fire G Gundam. Least favorite though, out of the ones I've watched. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I would definitely say this ugly, beautiful world, but then again, it's an anime I don't really like all that much. Oh boy, JJ Wilson asks, into sports anime. I'm considering Haikyuu off of a recommendation off of a Twitter friend. Best era of anime. What, in terms of like how well I don't know if the 80s were a thing. 80s was definitely a thing. Well, 80s had Dragon Ball, Fist of the North Star, Gundam, Zeta Gundam. But then there's the 90s, which had stuff like Yu Yu Hakusho, DBZ, Evangelion, Studio Ghibli, Sailor Moon, stuff like that. But honestly, I can watch 80s anime. I can watch virtually any anime as long as I have some enjoyment out of it. I don't really care. Least favorite anime is Persona 5 the animation. Well, I heard that the animation isn't really that good compared to Persona 4, so yeah, I get you. Oh, thoughts? Alright, thoughts on the new Pokemon anime? I haven't really watched an episode yet, so All right, thoughts on Ash getting that W? It felt like it's the one thing I've wanted when I was watching Pokemon. It's like, man, I hope Ash wins a Pokemon League, and knowing that he won a Pokemon League after so long is just so satisfying. In a way, I felt that my childhood ended. Congrat, but in all honesty, congratulations, Ash. Ash should be my age or past 40. Well, that's a thing about the anime. It's often used as a marketing tool for the games. Just wanted to know if I can get my Twitter friends into it. Alright, I'll check out the trailer later on. Oh, here's a question. Do you consider hentai art? Well, if you draw it, so yes. Yeah. And I mean this unironically though. Yeah, I know it's a silly question, but I mean everything. Oh, oh, here we go. Favorite funny anime moment. Let's see. There was the Guyana Highlands arc where Domon was practicing his sword swings because training, and it turns out that everyone was going there. I remember that one instance where Sai Saishi pulled up Rain's skirt and showed off her panties. And Rain asked Domo, "Did you look at them?" And Domo was like, crap," and then proceeded to dive underwater just so he could escape Rain's wrath. And that was always funny to me. Yeah, I know it's perverted antics, but then again, it wasn't even Domon's fault. It was definitely Sai. But I love him though. Long live Domon Kashu. You're goddamn right. Noisy for art. No. Philo kicking Moriyasu in the nuts. Oh man. Yeah, oh man, that was a pretty fun moment too. And yes, I have seen a few episodes of Shield Hero. I haven't seen it in its entirety, obviously, but from what I've seen, it has really good moments in there. Rain so fine. Oh man, how do you feel when Master Asia died? I felt pretty sad. But what makes it for me the most was, yeah, that final, look, the East is burning red! Seishin, Keretz, Tempa Kyoran! Look, the East is burning red! And I'm like, damn. Domon already lost his older brother and his mom. His dad's cryogenically frozen. Do we have to take away his teacher too? Man. I felt so sorry for Doma when I saw that episode. Least favorite game of all time. This is gonna sound very controversial to me, but I have to point to Super Mario Galaxy 2. It's not terrible, but it's basically Galaxy 1, but with Yoshi. And some other power-ups that didn't even make it. I can rave on and on about Galaxy 1, but Galaxy 2 is just crickets to me. Don't know what's that all about, but okay. Favorite part of JoJo out of the parts I've watched and read so far, 2, 4, and 7. I'm very confident that Galaxy 2 wasn't really your favorite either, Mech. If we could do DLC, would have been an expansion pack. Maybe. But 7th generation's pretty much over, and it's pretty much considered retro gaming at this point. I plan on starting 5 soon. Yeah, 5's really solid. Gonna work during lockdown period? No. The last time I've worked was March 13th. It has been 4 weeks since I've worked, and I haven't gotten work since. Yeah, it's mostly my mother. My mother does not want me getting sick from coronavirus. And then my governor issued a quarantine of sorts until early June, so don't worry guys. I'm hanging on. I mean, there are some anime I've been watching on the side. There has been manga that I've been reading, although the manga gaps being a pain in the ass recently. And there's I've been watching Kamen Kabuto and Ryu Soldier, and I've been reading Magi recently. Okay, speaking of manga, what is your favorite manga you have collected? I have a bunch. Full Metal Alchemist, Black Clover, JoJo, Rurouni Kenshin, Seven Deadly Sins, Holic, and Holic. You watched Jormungand? No. I've seen clips, but no. I'll look into that sometime. Oh boy. Favorite character and dish from Food Wars. Also, are you interested in making said dish? I have a bunch of favorites actually. I like Soma a lot. Soma is a really cool character. Megumi is best girl. Takumi's really funny. I like Erida's character a lot. And out of the favorite dishes, there was the tearing that Megumi made during her food war with Shinomiya. It looks rather interesting to make though. Rio's my favorite. Yeah, I really like Rio because it's like he often is like super calm like this, and when he puts his bandana on, he just like becomes rage incarnate. Like it's a solid 180 if I ever saw one. I'll link you the recipe. Thanks, Mac. That's really cool. I mean, I'm not going to eat it, but I'm pretty sure there's some members of my family who would. All right, we are about 12 minutes away from finishing. Oh, and there was also stuff like Eden Zero and Dr. Stone that I'm getting into alongside Black Clover. So, yeah. Hmm. Any movies I should check out? Because I've only seen the Sonic back in February, and that was for this year. Well, called the there was that Call of the Wild movie with Harrison Ford for one. Onward looks really cool. Speaking of Doctor Stone, Speaking of Doctor Stone, when is the second season? All right, question. Speaking of Doctor Stone, when is the second season coming? I don't know. I hope it comes in the next month or so, but man, if it does, it's going to be so exciting because yeah, we're fighting. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It especially has one of my favorite moments in the manga, which involves Chrome. And I'm not going to get into that because spoilers, since that hasn't been adapted yet. But yeah, read the manga. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Here's another question. You see Golden Kamui? No. No, I have not, and I should get into. It's one of the things I should get into later. I don't really watch a lot of anime on a weekly basis. Like there are some anime that I have wrote down And I based it off of Mall, in which it helps you keep track of how many episodes you watched. Question for you and JJ: favorite yokai? From Yokai Watch, because I haven't really played or watched the game or the anime, so. Or is it in terms of like actual demons? I haven't really seen. Oh, from the first game. I have not played Yokai Watch. I haven't watched the anime, so no. I don't particularly have a favorite. Alchemy, check out the boss fight I did with Kasha. Try not to get hurt. Okay. I'm going on there right now. Oh, wow, we got about 6 minutes left before this whole thing is done. And I have to bring you guys in. I haven't touched any of the Neo games, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, the questions were rather interesting, and had a fun time answering them. Oh, here we go. We got a good one. Favorite console of all time? GameCube. I had the most memories with GameCube. I mean, there's Sonic Heroes, Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon Seagull Darkness, Muppets Party Cruise, those Mario Party 6, Mario World. Yeah, games like that. Man, there's like nothing but silence in here. Yeah, you too, Walsh. You too, Walsh. Oh, oh, here we go. Have you played Final Fantasy? I've played 13-2 and some of 15. And some of 7. Yep. Good night. Good night, JJ. Oh, yeah. Have a good bath, man. Favorite Wii game on Wii U other than Tokyo Mirage Sessions? I definitely like Bayonetta 2 and 3D World and Smash 4 and Mario Kart 8 and Treasure Tracker to a degree. And we are about a minute away from it being done. So maybe we got room for one more question, and I'm just gonna post a link to the StreamYard so y'all can hang out. Oh, favorite and least character from the last story. I don't particularly have a least favorite. I love almost all the cast in the last story. I didn't like Count Arganin, but then again, he was a power hungry dick. Have I played any Operation Rainfall games? I played Pandora's Tower, and Lord Zero was a cunt. And I have played a small amount of Xenoblade on 3DS. But yeah. And that's all the time we have. Anyway, thanks for the questions, everybody. Oh, okay. Might as well just, yeah. I'm glad you made it too, man. Anyway, we gotta make sure that we hang out, that everybody can hang out sometime. Anyway, that's all. See you guys next stream, and I will let y'all know. Farewell. from your Prince of Alchemy.